Hey guys, it's Grant with the Gray Outdoors Marine. I'm standing in front of the best seller in the country year after year. It is the Tracker Pro Team 175 and it is one of your best bang for your buck boats for a full package boat to get you on the water with all the great accessories. So if you want to come back here and check out some new things that they came out with for the 2025 edition, 2025 has new hull graphics, which I think are beautiful, super nice design, and a change up from the previous years. And then the upholstery has this accent graphic now. That way it gets that color tied into it, because everybody, whenever you think of Tracker, you think of that Tracker red, and that really shows it great with the design there. And you know, one thing some people have talked to me over the years about with Trackers is there enough room with that console? I'm a bigger guy. I don't know if I can sit in there with comfort running down the lake. Don't worry about that anymore. They completely redesigned the console, and look at the amount of leg room that you have now. It is completely offset to where it is easy for anybody to get in and out of this driver's seat. And they didn't just stop there. The whole entire gauge panel is now new. You have a digital gauging system and switch panel. They put the depth finder, which used to be right over here on the right side of it. It is now mounted dead center. And this makes it a lot easier for some of you tournament guys that like to exchange this out for a larger screen. It's going to be easier to mount and a better view for you running down the lake for safety. One more thing that I want to point out, and I'm going to climb up inside, that way I can check it, show you some of these features. So, one thing that I love about a Tracker is the comfort of the step up to the front deck. So, they didn't just make this a step. This is a built-in cooler. And I'll put my arm in here for reference. Now I'm at the bottom. So you can fit quite a bit of drinks, some snacks. That way whenever you're out on the water, those are cooled down and ready to get you going a little bit longer in that day. Now, the storage. Storage is phenomenal on this boat. A lot of people think, oh man, I can't tournament fish out of a Tracker. Well, even if you're a tournament guy, why couldn't you? This is just a beautiful layout to fit all of your tackle. You can move this to be able to scoot it back if you want to set, like, for instance, your 3,700 boxes sideways, some little plastic bags on the side, and it goes up to where I can't even reach. And for reference, on the deck, it goes all the way up to this crease. So that is a large compartment for all your tackle. That way, whenever they're not biting, you can sort through this thing and find a bait that will, hopefully. Your rod storage, which is great, is, Chase, you might not be able to see this great, but if you want to come around, that way you can check it out. Let's point that camera up in there. No more tangled rods. That is always a headache. If your rods are tangled up in there, it's almost like you're going to break an eye off. You're cutting your line, your retime. Well, not anymore. They have this to where you can slide your rods right up in that tube and not have to worry about it, and just pull them out whenever you're on the water. So, with that being said, all of this is lockable storage to where if you're staying overnight at let's say a hotel before going to a brand new lake that next day on one of those fishing trips, you can keep your stuff in here and not have to haul all to that hotel room and be worn out by the time it's time for bed. Now, let's check out this space. I'm around 6 foot tall, so my legs are completely extended out with space. Pull them all the way up. I'm not even hitting the dash anymore. Comfort. Complete comfort. So they also put a slide away here to where throw your cell phone in there. You have a lot more space now, a lot more usable layout, and they thought of everybody on this, not just one person. So I really like this new design. This is where your onboard charger is, so it's easy to check and see if things are charged before you go out that next morning. And this seat, everybody gets nervous about stepping on it. This is removable, guys, so don't worry about that. I get that question all the time. Pop that cushion off. That way you have a step to the front deck and a step to the back deck. That way you're not straining on the water and worried about falling. So right behind these two seats are your live well and divider. That way, if you're competitive like some of these guys out here, especially me and my buddy, I'm going to keep my fish on one side, his on the other. That way, at the end of the day, somebody has bragging rights going home. But these are great insulated live wells to keep your fish healthy and a great release rate. On the back of it, which is the most common engine paired up, is going to be your Mercury 60 horsepower 4-stroke. It is a great engine. It has been for years and will continue to be that way. It gets you down the water around mid to upper 30s, and you can upgrade this boat to a 75 horsepower 4-stroke that would get you more along the lines of around 40 to low 40s. So, and it helps with a little bit of hull shot whenever you're planing out. Other than that, come on down to the Great Outdoors Marine in Lavalette, West Virginia to be able to climb in this boat and see how great it is for yourself. Looking forward to seeing you soon. Thanks, guys.